Hi everyone, this is Tim from the Border, and this is a video manual slash walkthrough for my new Loopy Pro template called Loop-1. I'm just going to get straight into the working of it. It's 4 pages, and I've also got 2 pages of instructions, a routing diagram, and everything to help you get going. But the essential part of this template is this recording page and this clip launching page. There's also a song page, which is a variation on the clip launching page, where you can record all of these clips into one section of the song, or really however you want to do it. But that's kind of what I had in mind. And this also gives you some solo and mute buttons for the clip page. And it also gives you these buttons here that launch on the clip page. The song page is a little undercooked compared to the other pages, but it's still useful. And I'm hoping to come back to that and do some revisions in the future. But let's start out by checking out this page right here, the recording page. So right now I have an instance of Drambo set up here. And it's routed into the yellow color, which I use for recording. It's also routed into all of these colors here. So if you want, you could record it straight into these clips. But I like recording into these clips here because you can record normally. Oops, I think my voice is, yeah, let me clear that up. So you can record into these, but you can also use retrospective recording, which is a really cool feature in Loopy Pro. And so as you record, it stacks them up like that, right? And if you wanted to, you could collapse them all into one slot here. And so once you've got some material recorded here, you can send it to the clip page by using these buttons down here. And so if I tap this button, it's going to send it to that column on the clip page. And I'll just undo that. So you can send it to whatever column you want, and you can go like this, of course. So now we have this laid out, and we can start adding more layers on top, clear this, and then add some other material. And I'll just undo everything here. There's another way to move things to the clip page, which is the replace mode. And so in the default mode, it's going to send these clips to the first available open clips that haven't been recorded into. In replace mode, it's going to send them to the corresponding positions. So if you want them to be in a specific place, and it's going to replace anything that's there already. So this is really useful if you're using, the purple or violet track for your drums. And so you can make sure things get lined up into the correct spot. Now you'll also notice that there's these buttons here, which are lighting up. And so these buttons just correspond to these here. So as you record, you can also control the accompaniment. And that's all synced up. And sometimes you'll also want to hit this sync button because the clips are not phase locked by default. So that's a pretty cool way to build things up, right? So now we can clear this up. gesture here is if you hold down, it will clear automatically. Otherwise, you can use this to clear. And so now we've got these clips playing in here. Now there's also these clips at the top which work in a pretty similar way. There's just a bit of extra functionality. So this button here allows us to overdub. And these buttons here, if you record into them, you can merge these together using this button. But you can also attach these clips all together by using a left swipe gesture. And so you can construct a longer segment out of pieces that you're recording. Pretty cool. So I'll just clear that. And that's pretty much how this page works. You also have, this sync button to make sure things are synced, metronome toggle, and then your bar length, which of course you can change up here as well. But I found it really handy to have this on the side here, especially for retrospective recording. And that's about it. Now let's jump to this play page because this is a pretty similar, obviously it looks very similar. What the play page is doing with this lime color is, let's look at our routing here. So we're going to route our inputs into yellow, and we can also route them into all the clip colors however you want. But to use the recording page, you route them into yellow. Now lime, everything in the clip page routes back to lime. So lime it's a performance page. It's also a resampling page, right? So we can see that we have these clips here, and we can play these clips in two modes. So if you look down here, you'll see we have a one-shot mode and also a synced mode. So synced mode means when you click on the clip, it's going to play it synced with everything. One-shot mode means it's going to play starting from the beginning of the clip each time. And this is really cool because, maybe you come up with something in the recording page, you put it in the clip page, it's not quite how you want it. You can come into this page and come up with something, a variation on it. And you can use all the same tools to, layer things. And just resampling essentially. And everything else works exactly the same, along with the replace row as well. Now let's just quickly go over the functionality for the clip page. So all these clips can be recorded into and played as normal. And they do have gestures, custom gestures, which are all outlined here. I definitely recommend reading all of this because the way things work, some things are a little different from the default Loopy Pro behavior. But anyways, on this page, you have controls to double or halve the length of all the loops here, which is handy if you have a section you just want to play longer, because there's this sequencing function. So these numbers down here, if you click on this number, now it goes to 2, and you'll see all these columns are numbered. So that means after this has looped once, it's going to play column 2. And you'll see it automatically is queuing up column 2 once it's finished. And so you can send this anywhere, and you can also loop it back if you want to create a loop like this. And then if you long press on it, it'll reset. Otherwise, you have your play and your stop buttons, pretty normal. And then you have this record all button, which is going to record any new clips, and it's also going to overdub any existing clips. And so from there, we can jump to the song page, and you'll see now we have these buttons here. And so if you want to record and the song page has the same sequencing ability. So you can sequence these in any order you want. You can overdub record as well. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So I've got Drambo set up with this button here. So if you replace Drambo in the mixer, then it'll automatically, whatever you want to use, will go in here. It automatically will remember if it's open or closed when you come away from this page. Really handy feature. And otherwise, yeah, that's about it. Honestly, it's super fun to play with this template and to get ideas down and quickly record material. I do recommend using effect buses because if you're moving stuff from yellow into the clip launcher, if you put effects on yellow, they're not going to transfer over to the clip launcher on their own. So what I like to do is I like to use an effect bus. I'll point yellow at it. I'll point whatever clips in here that are going to share the effects at it. And you could also go all the way and put the effects on the final chain here if you want them to stay wet, essentially, until the final product. Yeah, otherwise, I think everything is pretty well explained in this little manual. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I hope you have fun with it.